It's kind of like a podcast. All right. Okay. So, one of the topics on my list of topics is regrets. Well, honestly, I'm starting to regret taking that mass gain stuff, or what's it called? Quick mass? Yeah. Yeah. Protein shake. I don't know. It just like I started taking it on Sunday, and I've been taking it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. So 4 times, and every single time I take it, I feel really, really sick. Knocks me out. Like I fall asleep for a couple hours, and it's just wow. And I feel so sick after drinking it. And I don't know. I'm really starting to regret taking it, but at the same time, it is helping me. So I don't know. It's kind of a give and take thing. I got to put up with feeling really sick to get good results on my blood sugar tests. So, you know, so you gotta do that. And the reason why I regret it is because it's not what I thought it would be. Like I don't feel, I feel full after drinking it, but I don't feel good after taking it. I just feel really, really sick, and I start instantly regretting taking it. And I think maybe you're supposed to eat when you take it, but then what's the point of it being a meal replacement if you have to eat when you take it, right? So I find these little tiny foods that I can snack on that won't change my blood sugar, just to kind of even everything out. I don't know. I have no idea. Um, it kind of helps, kind of doesn't help. Like just now, I had some little homemade egg rolls that Maria makes, uh, and those were pretty good. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help or not, but well, hopefully it does. um, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not, that Randy shouldn't have got it for me because, it does help, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I'm doing it right or not. I don't know. I guess that's what it is. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. But at the same time, I'm hoping that I am. I'm hoping that something's happening. Like, I mean, if you look at the weight in the description box, it's fluctuating. So I don't know. Um, Seems to be going down, but at the same time, it's still staying above 130. So I'm gonna keep that up. I'm gonna keep that up. But I'm running out of that powder, which is really weird because it's like huge, right? It's a huge thing, but you got to use a lot of it every time. So once I run out of that, I'll find something else to do. Maybe I won't eat during the day. See if that helps. Um, I don't know. I have no idea. But something's gonna, something, I'm gonna do something to level everything out, to make everything right, so that I can beat this thing. Cause I've lived with this for way too long. I mean, sure, I found out in June, but who knows how long before that I've had this, right? And because I didn't know, what was I doing to myself? right? Like, was I actually making it worse? Or what? I mean, because I was drinking pop like crazy. You know, I had that massive Dr. Pepper addiction. Wow. Like, just drinking Dr. Pepper like crazy, and, you know, that was probably spiking my blood sugar all the time. I don't know. I just rambling because, you know. Oh, oh, ooh, that's hot. I just made that. I should have waited a bit longer. Anyway, I regret drinking that coffee just now because it's still too hot. But yeah, I mean, do you have anything that you regret doing in your life? You wish you can go back and change it? There's a lot of things that I've done in my life that I wish I could change. You know, like stop drinking so much pop, stop consuming so much sugar. You know, like if I had known then what I know now, I would never have touched the stuff at all, right? I should have, I should have learned from watching my father go down that route. Um, because he was diabetic and he had a big stash of candies in his sock drawer. You know, my mother found that after he passed away, and that's not good. You know, and plus he was drinking like 4 or 5 2 liters of diet pop. Yeah, because it was no name stuff, right? Like it was like store brand pop. But anyway, right? So you can't say Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. It was diet pop, right? It was like the store brand version of Pepsi. But anyway, it was the diet stuff, so it had like tons of aspartame, right? So I'm thinking maybe like that contributed to his death. You know, all that aspartame, because that's not good for you at all. So, I mean, I swore off drinking anything that contained aspartame at all, right? So I stopped, I just never touched that because of that. And then now it's like, okay, aspartame's not that bad. It was only bad in his case because he was drinking so much of it. I mean, if you have like, um, like me, like I'll take like a medium Coke, like a medium cup at McDonald's and fill that with Coke Zero once a week, every Saturday. That's not gonna cause any aspartame poisoning or anything like that because it's only one drink, 1 week, right? And the rest of the week I'm drinking water. So that's not as bad, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, I regret all of the other stuff, like all of the soft drinks that I've drank in my life. I started, like I was addicted to Pepsi. Like I say addicted, but I just mean that's like the main thing I was drinking. I was drinking Pepsi all the time, right? Pepsi, Pepsi, Pepsi. I had cans of Pepsi in my fridge when I lived with my aunt and uncle. Um, I was just drinking Pepsi all the time. Then I dated this girl that drank nothing but Coke, right? And I was still drinking Pepsi, whatever. And then that Pepsi taste test came out, right? You know how you're supposed to choose between Pepsi and Coke? I always picked Coke. So because of that, I switched to Coke because it tastes better. I had no idea because I was only drinking Pepsi. So I started drinking Coke all the time. And then I started getting into Dr. Pepper, and that's when that's all I would drink was Dr. Pepper all the time. And I've got a video on this channel where I drank a full 2 liter in less than 10 minutes. And that was crazy. That was crazy. Maybe I'll show you that video one of these days if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, you'll agree that was crazy. That was the stupidest thing I ever did, really. But yeah, 2 liter in 10 minutes of Dr. Pepper. And I always tell myself, jokingly, of course, that's what contributed to the diabetes, is I was drinking so much Dr. Pepper. Like, that's probably true, but you gotta take these things lightly, because I'm not dead from it. I'm not, like, totally disabled from it, but I learned from it, right? So it's a learning experience. All this stuff is learning experiences, but I still regret doing it because it was stupid. It was stupid things to do, stupid choices in my life, and yeah, there's a million different things that I did wrong, but you have to do wrong things so you know what's right. So so you know what to change. So, and you live and you learn. It's a saying, but it's true, right? You do things, you learn from them, you move on. And that's what I'm doing in life. So I'm gonna stick this out. I'm gonna keep drinking that protein shake until it's done. See if it helps. Whatever. And then I'll try different things. One of these things that I do will actually help me, and then I'll stick to that. It's a process, right? It's a live and learn process, and you're invited for the ride. I don't know. I'm just rambling, but yeah, that's my video about regrets. Comment below if you regret doing anything in life that you wish you could go back and not do. And I will be back tomorrow.